So if you are looking for PhD funding in the UK, or if you're looking for MSc funding in the UK, this is the right time now. Like, this is the right time to put in that application. Why? Because this is the timeline when application opens till around December, November, depending on the funding, and then they start interview around January, February, and then they shortlist candidates at around March, April for funding that begins in September or October. So you're in the right place if you want to learn how to get this funding. Let's get straight into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jemima if you're just seeing me for the first time, and if you've not seen me in a while, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm basically going to be sharing websites and like funding bodies that you can apply for if you want to do your master's, if you want to do your PhD in the UK. So stay tuned and get your pen, paper, make some notes, or save these bookmarks on your mobile phone. Let's get straight into the video. What am I doing like Gemini? Okay, so yeah. So I'm using my phone because I have opened the bookmark on my phone. So that's why I'm looking at my phone. So as the video shows up or pops up, I'll also put the website view on the screen. Or I'm looking at my phone because like I have the tabs open on my phone. Okay. So the first place you want to start looking at is jobs.ac.uk. So if you're using your mobile phone, you just tap this 3 icon on the top and you see find PhDs. So if you click find PhDs, you can then search whatever discipline you're looking for. Say for instance, we're looking at agriculture. So I'm going to check agriculture, and when I search agriculture, it gives you PhDs that are related to agriculture. You've seen PhD evolution of egg defenses in global agricultural pests. So it draws PhD fundings that are related to agriculture, and it shows you the university. So in this place where you see salary, that's the stipend they'll pay you. You see the date it was placed. This is very recent, not too recent, sorry. So you see some fundings, they put 5,000 grants. That's what they will give you for like extra research stuff or conferences or stuff like that. There are some where if you just click, let's try and click this antimicrobial one, it tells you funding for UK students, EU students, and international students. So you want to find the ones that are for international students. If you're international, it's a lot easier. And when you scroll down all through the PhD folder, you would either see the supervisor's name, they put it around there. This one is a 4 years funding. You can check that email, you can click the link there to see if you're eligible. And why some of them, it just takes you to the supervisor's email or whatnot. What I would advise you is you want to check some funding. Some funding, it is the supervisor that nominates a candidate or an applicant. So what you want to do is you want to email the supervisor first before you submit an application. If you don't know how to write that email, I've made a video on how to write a cold email. Go and watch the video here. So yeah, go watch the video here. Wherever you see the link come up, just go watch the video. I actually used a sample of mine to make that video out there. That is what you want to do. If you have an institutional email, use an institutional email to send that email. But if you don't have, use your Gmail and make the email an urgent email. There's a way you can make email an urgent email on your Outlook or your Gmail. Yeah. So the next one the next website you need to be very familiar with is the University of Birmingham. So University of Birmingham, before I go to University of Birmingham, if you want to streamline your options, you can start going to like have a list of many universities you want to go for and go to their find a funding or funding option, funding section. If you go to the funding section, you can actually see if they have PhD fundings or not. So that is another option. So basically the ones that I know that is open that you can apply for is University of Birmingham. They have their MiBTP, Midlands Integrated Biosciences. So I think This is a BBSRC funding too, just like myself, but it's a different region. So this is for University of Birmingham, Aston, Warwick, Coventry, if I'm not mistaken. That's Aston University, Coventry, Warwick. So these are universities that make up this MiBTP. For my university, which is University of Manchester, University of Liverpool, they call theirs NWDTP. So it's still the BBSRC that funds. But they have a website where they put all their projects. The interesting thing about these ones that you see is you may not need to write a proposal. That's one thing you want to look out for. But if you're out of options, you want to try both. But if you have time, I think it's okay to look for the one where you don't need to write a proposal. They've already advertised the PhD, written out the proposal, and you feel it falls in line with what you do or your expertise or what you're familiar with. If you feel that works for you, it's much easier to tune into a project than for you to propose a project. Because if you're proposing a project, it's kind of like you trying to convince a supervisor that might not really be interested in that area that you're suggesting. So joining into a project is more easier. I don't want to talk about all the how to get a PhD. I've done videos on that. You can go up there and watch the videos. I've done how to get a PhD. But basically today, what I just want to do is signpost you to those websites that you feel do not exist. So that's what I'm doing in this video today. It's available on the website. You just scroll their current projects. So say for instance, I want to look at a biomedical science project. You can see all the names of the supervisors. They already have the project title. You see which one you're interested in, and then you've got the supervisor's name. What you want to do is take that supervisor's name, either go on LinkedIn or ResearchGate or Google Scholar, get his or her paper, get the email, and email that supervisor saying I'm interested in this PhD. How can I what can I do differently to get it? These are my skills, blah blah blah. I don't understand this about the PhD. I've done a video about that. You guys go and watch it. So this is it. And if you want to do something related to chemistry, you just click the drop down and say let's touch this one by Dr. Sarah PK. Oh god, it needs you to sign in, but I don't want to sign in. You can log in and do all of that. So these are all the examples of the PhD for different disciplines. So the next website I want to take you to is the Sussex. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well, but that's the University of Sussex. Bear with me. So they've got this AI PhD studentship for 2026, which you need to start applying now. So this is the PhD proposal. They've got different, and this is eligible for both UK and overseas students, that's international students, and they've got the eligibility criteria there. 2-1, the deadline is the 12th of January. You guys go and put in your application. So here you have to write a research proposal. This is quite different. So you have to submit your CV, your degree certificates, 2 reference, and your first language needs to be English. If not, you have to write the IELTS. So this is what you want to do. So their interview is in March, and then the PhD starts in September. What are you waiting for? Go and apply. Another one I want to take you to is ESRC funded studentship. So the ESRC funded studentship, the deadline is on the 9th of January 2026. Go and apply if you're interested. Give this a shot. So the ESRC student fundeship, I know somebody that is a recipient of this. This is the SWDTP. You have to write a proposal for this one, if I'm not mistaken. So they've got all the interdisciplinary pathways if you're interested in geopolitics, inequality, development, economics, education. They've actually put it there. And the universities, Bath, Bristol, how much they're going. So the stipend is £20,000. That's a lot, you guys. And then they've got 5,000 fees for extra research or any other thing you want to do. So the funding length is 3 years, and then you have to do 3 months of placement, which I am supposed to do in my PhD. Another one I want to show you is the Developing Solution Scholarship. So the Developing Solution funding, it is a 50% scholarship or 100% scholarship depending on your academic excellence or your impact to the society. So this is what you want to try. They've put it on the website. The deadline for this one is April 2026. But don't be relaxed, because you need to have an admission from the University of Nottingham already to you need to start getting the admission before you can then apply. So give or take, just say the deadline is around December, January. So go and make your application. So another website I want to show you is the EMABG, which is the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Program. You want to check this out. There are videos out there that are directing people on how to make this application. You can check Damilola's channel. You can check, there's this popular guy that Victor Aguba or something like that. You can search on YouTube. There are people that are putting how to do this application, so you want to check that. So you can see on the website the deadline for this one is, can I find that? And I think this one you have to write like a proposal for the Erasmus Mundus, and 10 weeks. So in the next 10 weeks, that's when it's going to close. The application is going to close in the next 10 weeks. You want to try this. This is for both masters and PhD. So go and check that, you guys. Another website you want to get familiar with is the Find a PhD website. So Find a PhD. So did I not open the link? So Find a PhD website is where you can find, it's just similar to jobs.ac.uk where you click Find a PhD. So you can kind of like filter out PhDs that are relevant to you depending on your keywords that you've put in the search bar. So you want to try it. Another website you want to look out for is University of Manchester. Of course, that's my uni. Yay! University of Manchester. So what you want to do is just go and find a PhD project. It just takes you, if you want the entire link, that's the entire link, manchester.ac.uk/study/postgraduate-research/projects. So you just, it's very interesting because you can filter the departments you want. You filter the supervisor, filter your discipline. What you want to pay attention to if you're an international student is just go to funding status and put you are non-EU student. So for non-EU, you can see they have 406 PhDs there, and it shows you all the PhDs. So you look at it. If they say student worldwide, that means international students is applicable to apply. If they've just said only UK students, that means it's only UK students. So these are things you can see. They have all, you can view the details. It tells you the description of the project and what you need to apply, and then the email of the supervisor. If they can accept part-time study or not. But part-time usually do not come with it's difficult to get a CAS letter for part-time study. So CAS is confirmation of acceptance. If you've not watched my video on that, I'll also drop it there, what all these things means. So you can check the University of Manchester's Find a PhD project website for a list of PhD. Also, the University of Manchester has just put out the African PhD for Africans, but I think you have to submit a proposal. So I will also put that on my screen for you to check out. Another one you want to check out is the Black Leaders, the Cancer Research UK. So they've got loads of PhD. Is for Black Leaders in Cancer PhD scholarship program. You want to check that and put in the application. There are people out there that are recipients of this scholarship already, so I advise you go on LinkedIn, search for these people and see if you can ask them, how did you write your essay, how did you make your application, scholar, how did you do this and how did you do that. So the website is there for you to go and find out. It's mainly for Black UK, non-UK, anybody can apply. So please give yourself or give this a shot. You can also see the full names of people that are recipients of it, so you can just search them on LinkedIn and know how they got it. I don't know what the deadline for this one is, but it says you can actually email them to know the deadline for this one. Yeah, so I've talked about the MiBTP. Now the University of Birmingham, they have their own website where they have like the funding status, the same thing with what we saw, similar thing to what we saw for the University of Manchester. So these ones, you can kind of filter based on supervisor, discipline, research group, or the funding status. So if you're an international, you want to filter it to non-EU, so you can get, so non-EU now currently they have about 179 PhD fundings. You guys, what are you waiting for? And I'm very sorry that I'm doing this video at a very not too appropriate time. There was another funding that was open for international students that closed, I think, last 2 weeks. If you feel you have only a BSc and you can't apply for this PhD, please, you're wrong. Most of this funding with only BSc you can apply. You don't need an MSc to apply. It happens in the UK, it's not just in the US. So I'm not talking because they put on the website. I'm talking because I've seen people that do not have MSc, but from BSc they got the PhD. There are some in my university for the ESRC funding. There are some that I've met on LinkedIn, so it's possible. Don't limit yourself. So where are we? So if you come to the University of Birmingham website, let's say we are interested in this sport exercise and rehabilitation science, I just click it. It shows you the supervisor's name, so it tells you whether you need to write a proposal or not, and then you can then contact the supervisor. If you feel you're out of time and you don't have time to contact the supervisor, you can apply just like that, but the chances are low that way. So the earlier the better you start contacting supervisors, the earlier the better for you, if that makes sense. Good. So yeah, so let's check if I have any more. So another helpful place you want to check is LinkedIn. So most supervisors now that have LinkedIn profile come on LinkedIn and say, I am happy to take students on this area. So they kind of like share the link of their project that they put out for people to apply. So they come to LinkedIn, or they go to Twitter X to advertise this project, or they go to Blue Sky to advertise this project. So this is something you want to check. So maybe check LinkedIn, people post their stuffs out there. Is that all? So this is the GWmed DTP project that I talked about that is already closed. I wish I did the video earlier, and this one they do not really need somebody with an MSc degree, so only BSc you're fine to apply for this. And there were about 100 and something projects, you guys. So maybe if you're planning to do it next year, this is something you want to look out for. And I think this one, they require you to write only 4 or 5 essays. And don't wait until you have a CV before you apply. Start checking. If you see something that you're interested in, click it and see what you will need to apply, and start making up that degree for it, or like the criteria or the things you need to submit. So don't fold your hands and think, okay, they are definitely going to ask for a CV. They might not ask you for a CV. So please try and make sure that you do this on time. This is the very best time to do it. Don't wait or say, oh, because it's going to be in September next year, I still got plenty time to put in the application. No, you've not got plenty time. You have to start doing it now. Now. You get me? Now. You have to start doing it now. Yeah, so is that everything I wanted to say? I think that's everything I wanted to say. So if you want to write an academic CV, take note that there's a difference between academic CV and work CV. If you don't know how to do it, I think I've done a video on that, so go upstairs and check. Not upstairs, click the link and check how to write an academic CV. It needs to be very detailed. Put all your research paper, put all the conferences you've attended, put all your degree module percentage or what you got, yada yada, what you've done, what you did, leadership experience, expertise with research tools. You want to put that. In my next video, I'm going to try my best to come up here and tell you how to pass your interview if you're called for interview. I'm going to be sharing some of my interview questions that they asked me, and some potential questions that you can expect them to ask you. I still want to put in one last information out there. If you're using AI to write your project proposal, you want to be careful, because some of these supervisors, they are looking for originality. Even though the AI is being helpful, I'm not saying it's not what you should be doing, but if you want to do it, make sure you're very competent enough to use AI to write this proposal. So make sure you're looking out for that. Make sure you don't leave the ChatGPT link or the DeepSeek link or the Copilot, whatever you're using. Make sure you go through it word for word and you're showing some critical thinking to that proposal. So you want to be careful. If you have hyphen, column, all those unnecessary filler words that AI puts, you want to remove them. You need to be very competent while using your AI to write your proposal. Yeah, so is there anything else again I'm forgetting? If there's any other thing, I'll always come to my channel and make the video. And that will be it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel already, share this video to your friends, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Good.